Hey guys, it's Troy here, and today we're going to be reviewing all 200cc CTGP world records. We did this for day one when this game mode first came out, when Mr. Bean launched it January 6th or 7th, 2019, and here we are a year later. I'm recording this on January 7th, 2020. We're gonna go through all of them. Should be really interesting. First up, we have Luke 46.491 on Luigi Circuit. The previous record was 46 seconds, 0.634, so over a 0.1 improvement. Kind of shows this track was already close to max after day one. Not max, but close to its potential reach, because I don't think we're going to see this track go down too much more. The really interesting thing about 200cc is that, it's still Mario Kart Wii at its core. The main differences are the fast falling and the brake drifting, and those definitely come in handy on certain tracks, as well as shortcuts and strategies that can't be done on 150cc. But overall, some of the tracks we're not going to see have these massive time jumps, like this one for example, only a 0.1, 0.2 improvement from a year ago, only one day after the game mode released. So it'll be really interesting to see how much the tracks change from year to year. So that was Luigi Circuit. Let's check out Moo Moo Meadows. Moo Moo Meadows record 51.813 by Nmead. The previous record was 51.895, so this category didn't go down even 0.1. And Nick set this record very early into the 2019 year. I think the game mode had only been out like a couple weeks. So I'll put the dates of everything on the bottom left so you guys can see when these records were set. And 200cc is nowhere near as popular as 150 because it's a modded game mode, and it's really cool that we even have time trial charts in the first place. Like, shoutouts to Mr. Bean for this. I love it. But I'm gonna probably keep doing these every year as long as I see progression from the world records on time trials. And I don't think they'll ever be nearly as strong as the 150cc world records, but just like custom track world records, which are in CTGP, and we have leaderboards for those. It is nice how they did make 200cc leaderboards as well. And Mr. Bean even has 200cc custom track leaderboards, but we're just gonna cover the Nintendo tracks. Mushroom Gorge 24.262 by Rich Boy. This one's gonna be super short. It doesn't even beat the 150cc world record. The previous one on day one was 29.985, so still a massive improvement, but the world record on 150cc is like 21 seconds, I believe. And it makes sense because there's no time actually spent on the ground, so the 200cc speed mod bonus isn't actually gonna really help you on a track like this. So this looks very similar to the 150cc record. Let's see how the ending goes. Okay, that's the main difference, is on the ending of the 150cc record, they're able to ride the mountain one more time and not have to go around the turn, which took about 3 seconds. Mushroom Gorge no glitch record 114.770 by Darren. The previous record on this track day one was 116.046, so over a second cutoff, and that record used Daisy, not Funky Kong. And the 200cc speedrun that me and Darren have played plenty in 2019, that was a Daisy speedrun, so I'm curious to see how Funky Kong lines look on this track. How does he do the mushroom section? Okay, so he jumps over the ramp. Oh my gosh, that's an epic mushroom skip strat. Wow, does he get that all 3 laps? I'm really curious. Gap jump, pretty standard. And this is a nice strategy as well to avoid the slow ramp altogether. The 2 slow ramps he avoids at all costs. The mushrooms also, you go the same speed as 150cc. So that panel, you want to avoid as much of those as you can. I think he's going to skip the green mushroom here, the standard strat. Yeah, so that's the standard strat. Use the fast falling right here, so you're able to get to the mushroom pads quicker. Very good shortcut, got his mini turbo released really early there. And he goes wide so we can get a better angle for that strategy to skip the slow ramp. So he goes wide on purpose, then cuts in, then cuts out. Really cool. Oh, he accidentally hit it there. So this is more the standard speedrun strat. Still very fast. Definitely improvable if you got the lap 1 strat in all 3 laps, but really solid gap jumps and a really solid run in general. Toad's factory record is 116.262 by Dante. Pretty cool that the day 1 record was also by Dante, 116.859, so he cut 0.6 over the course of a year. And let's see if he implements the ending shortcut. He might do it on lap 2. I know on the speedruns I generally do it on lap 2 when the zipper is in a favorable position. And so far it looks very much like the speedrun, and he goes for it, lap 1 with a mushroom, which makes sense because he can get the height he needs and then he can fast fall and land and not land in the out of bounds. The problem with fast falling too early when you do it shroomless is you're gonna land in the out of bounds and it won't work out. So this manages to be the best shroom spot in the level. I think he'll probably do it all 3 times, but I'm not entirely sure. And there is no glitch record for Toad's Factory because there's no one that's done the box clip yet on 200. I'm curious to see if someone ever gets it because that would be really crazy. I wonder if you can cut off even more with the box clip. I wonder how much of a clip you can get because 200, the speed mod, allows for a lot of craziness that's not possible on 150. And really good landings from all of the shortcuts. You can bounce like crazy when you land from that. I've had it happen in the speedruns. I always pull back. Mario Circuit glitch world record 41.638 by Kiwi. I'm gonna predict he just does 2 glitches and he goes forward at the beginning. I might be wrong though. The previous record after day 1, okay, that's what he's doing, yeah. The previous record after day 1 was 43.823, so this was an over 2-second cut on the glitch category. So he goes inside the chain chomp, barely beats it out inside the Goomba, and I'm curious to see what version of the glitch he uses. Oh, okay, he's going off the right tree. That is an outdated strat on the 150cc glitch record. Now they do this crazy clip where they bounce off the top of the tunnel and shoot off it to the left. But wow, that clip is so much easier than it is on 150. You can tell, like he's just charging into it. That's awesome. Okay, so they'd have to implement some different Mario Circuit tree clipping strategies to get that time down significantly. Mario Circuit no glitch record is 54.009 by Vincent. The previous record on day 1 was 54.289, so this one cut off a little bit less than 0.3 over the course of a year. And I'm curious to see how he does the ramp strat. I'm assuming he goes for the ramp. Let's see what he does. He doesn't go for the ramp. Okay, maybe the ramp is not worth it. I don't go for the ramp when I do the speed runs, but that's mainly because of its inconsistency. The thing with time trials is it's not about consistent strats. It's just about what's the fastest. You know, as long as you can get a run complete, all you need is that one run. So you can do very inconsistent strategies as long as you can nail all of them. Okay, so lap 2, still not going for the ramp. I'd imagine he's only gonna use it if like the chain chomp's in his way, but seems like it's not worth it. The mushroom strategy is very different. Instead of it being on the first turn after the tunnel, they're using it at the turn that normally would take 2 mushrooms and you'd go in between the trees at the very end of the level. So didn't use the ramp, might not even be worth it. There might be some weird way to make it faster, but I'm guessing the standard strat is not as fast as just staying on the ground on 200cc. So this is really funny, 32.508 by Joshua, this Coconut Mall glitch world record. This hasn't been beaten in a year. This is the exact time we covered last year. Another thing to note, the 150cc record is actually faster than this by like a second or something. So I'm curious to see what he does. Oh, so he's not doing the really fast strat, he's doing the old school strat. So this can be beaten by so much. Like, this can be beaten by 5 seconds probably, no problem. Once the harder Coconut Mall strat is implemented, that one is really difficult though. The one where you clip through the first banister and go through the side of the escalator. He's doing the spin drift in order to hit the checkpoint, get behind it. The 95% rule. Okay. Yeah. That one can be improved a lot. This track actually has 3 categories, so this is only the second of the records for Coconut Mall. This one is Coconut Mall No Ultra Shortcut 106.437 by Enzo, and that means it doesn't skip any key checkpoints. So the previous record was 108.630 after day 1, and this record right here is one that still uses a glitch. It's just not an ultra shortcut. It doesn't skip any key checkpoints. It's the exact same one that I utilize in the speed runs when I was doing 200cc for the last year. And I remember when I started implementing this into my runs, I improved the record by like so much. Instantly. The thing saves ridiculous amounts of time, about 15 to 20 seconds in total, because you're skipping a large portion of the mall, and you get to do it multiple laps. 2 laps in a row you get to do the massive skip, and then lap 3 you just get to go through the parking lot and cut the cars a little bit inside. So this track has, like I said, 3 categories, and this one right here is deemed a glitch by the community, even though it doesn't skip any key checkpoints. And there are a handful of those glitches, and that's why some tracks actually have 3 categories to them. Coconut Mall no glitch, no ultra shortcut record is 114.621 by Duck. Okay, so I'm expecting to see something that is not entirely no glitch, no ultra shortcut, because how these 200cc leaderboards work is pretty much that if it is not in the 150cc records, it's fair game. So if it's a shortcut that doesn't skip any key checkpoints and you can't do it on 150cc, it still counts as not being a glitch. So this is not considered a glitch for this portion. So you can do this part and it is allowed. Oh my gosh. What is he doing? Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so this is gonna be really hard to explain. So what he's doing, I like how this is the no glitch. This is the no glitch, no shortcut category. So the reason why is because he's hitting all the checkpoints without going through one backwards. So even though the previous run you saw goes through them all, oh my god, Coconut Mall's so messed up. This is so funny. Yeah, so this doesn't go through any of them backwards, so that's why this is considered no shortcut, no glitch. This is something that would not fly on 150cc. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. I can't believe that works. You can actually do Coconut Mall underneath the mall without going through any key checkpoints backwards and going through all of them. DK Summit record is 119.528 by Nops. The day 1 record was 122.965, and I recall it having the broken shortcut. Like I said with the last one, it does not count as a shortcut or a glitch for the 200cc category because it's not possible on 150cc, and this doesn't skip any key checkpoints. So because of that, it just goes in the no shortcut, no glitch category, and I'm assuming he's gonna do that all 3 times. The reason why this went down quite a few seconds was because this player found a way to do this shortcut where they could just drift into it. The previous run used Funky Kong on day 1, and now he's drifting into it with Daisy and cutting way more time, not having to slow down and then charge like a half centimeter row and then shoot for the stars. So really cool to see that. It seems really fun to learn that shortcut. I might learn that just for pulling it off in races occasionally because it's not too risky of a shortcut actually. Because if you fail it, you still have the boost from the trick in order to propel yourself back to going forward. So even if you fail this, it's actually not that risky. And if you pull it off, you're saving a handful of seconds on a track where there isn't any big shortcut anymore, because the double shortcut is just not worth doing on 200cc when you're playing in races, because it doesn't save enough, because you can go through the regular part of the level so much faster on 200. And with the double, you still have to get a lot of air. So that's a really cool run. Awesome stuff. Wario's Gold Mine glitch record is 31.051 by GT Boss. This is a massive improvement. The day 1 record last year was 43.323. Oh, he's going to the left. What's he doing? Oh, never mind. Oh, that's great. Okay, they're not using the pipe. They're not using the respawn. They're doing the pull clip. He's gonna do it all 3 laps. Oh, we got massive air that time. This is so fascinating. So this can definitely be improved a lot because those pull clips are vastly different. I guarantee one of them was much quicker than the other. I imagine the one he did lap 1 was much better. And this one, around the same amount of height as he got lap 2. That first lap pull clip was perfect. Really cool how they're using the pull clip strategy. I like that. Wario's Gold Mine no glitch 117.024 by Shuto. For the no glitch category, massive improvement. The previous run was 119.748 on day 1, so almost 3 seconds. I actually held the record here very briefly with 117.9, and he's using the Flame Runner for this track, and on day 1, the Mach Bike was used. There's a cool shortcut here where you can catapult yourself all the way to the top part of the dip roller coaster section. Oh, he doesn't even do the shortcut at the end. He just does the regular route. Wow, that is so surprising. I'm wondering now if the shortcut's even faster at all. It's making me realize, like, was I wasting time having to risk going for the mine car alternate route shortcut? He hit a wall. When I was doing the speed runs, let's see if he goes for it lap 2. He doesn't. Wow. I'm like mind blown right now that that shortcut is seemingly useless on 200cc, and I didn't know that the whole time. This is why we are reviewing all the records, because we're learning the optimal strategies for 200cc, because it is just really fun. These records are going to be ridiculous. Like, the 150cc records are arguably even more ridiculous, but you'll see some stuff in this video that you'll never see in the 150cc world records, and I'm making this video just to kind of motivate people to maybe play some 200cc for fun, just because I think it's awesome. Daisy Circuit record 103.099 by S. Foon, and he's a Wii wheeler apparently. This one's a nice improvement as well, from day one being 104.523, so 1.5 second improvement. And I imagine he will do the staircase part shroomless. Yeah, that's how I was trying to do it in the speedruns. Whoa, he's not even tricking, he's actually diving and using the mushroom immediately. I would have never expected that to be faster. I'm actually really shocked that's the optimal strategy for this track. And that was definitely not used in the day one record, so maybe that's where the big time cut happened, because I didn't expect this track to go down that much. Isn't that funny? Wow. I guess it makes sense. There's nowhere that obvious to use a mushroom on this course anymore, as opposed to 150cc. I always think that on 150cc, because there was this one time when I was doing 150cc where I clipped the right side of the building, and I shot up and landed on the boost panel and skipped the off-road part of the stairs altogether, and it was the most amazing thing ever. And I always think to myself, like, wow, if 150cc ever could do that, maybe there's a better spot to use the mushroom. But on 200, it's very obvious not to use your mushroom there, and apparently you use it at the end, right as you land. Koopa Cape record is 138.525 by Olafree. He's actually a former world record holder for this track on 150cc, which is really cool. This is another track that used Daisy on day one, and the time was 141.934, so 3 seconds slower than this. So I remember he set this time, and it was pretty early into the year, and then nobody beat it. And I'm not surprised, because he's got all of this 200cc, Koopa Cape 150cc, like, potential to throw into 200cc because of all the practice he put on this track when going for the world record in time trials on 150. So really awesome. Let's see what he does at the end here. What's the best strategy? Oh, the old school rock strat. I love that. I like that so much more than what they do now. They just like bounce off the side of the pipe. It doesn't look nearly as cool as that. Okay, so he's going really wide here and then goes inside and skips that. Yeah, that makes sense. I should have been doing that in the speedruns. And then it's funny because he doesn't even wheelie to do the grass cut, and it was the same for me when I was doing the speedruns. I didn't wheelie either. I either like drifted into it, or I just neutral released my mini turbo and went over it straight. Another rock strat. This is a really clean run so far. Really enjoyable to watch. This track just flows so nicely on 200cc, especially this portion here where you get this slip drift and then you go around that bump. It just works really well on 200. Some tracks are awkward on 200. You know, they're kind of out of control. But this is not one of those. So, no blatantly obvious mistakes. Some turns were a little bit wide, but let's see how he does the rock strat in lap 3. Perfect. Awesome. That was a really fun run. That was probably my favorite one so far. Maple Treeway glitch 112.550 by Carter. He's using Peach, first Peach record we've seen. This is a glitch, and we all know how glitches are. Sometimes we see some really funny character choices. And the previous record, day one, was 117.388, so this is 5 seconds cut off. And he's gonna be doing the glitch all 3 laps, I have no doubt. I remember this record on day one, that's what he was doing. So, oh, he even got the low cannon there, meaning that he clipped the side, and when he got out of the cannon, he shot to the ground instead of propelling himself forward, which is really nice. Oh gosh, this track would be such a pain to play, even on 200, because it's still 3 sections to the shortcut, Section 2 looks like it's the easiest, but the first part, just getting behind the hut, looks annoying. And then this part too, trust me, this part is always scary. Probably less scary on 200, but it's really easy to get too much speed and just bounce over that little branch, that little bamboo stick that you have to propel yourself off of. And that part, you can easily mess that up. He does this really fast. Yeah, he does some brake drifting there to slow himself down. He's going for the low cannon. He missed it on lap 2. And it looks like he kind of got it on lap 3. Oh my gosh, that was so risky. He went into that full speed. He's probably holding up on his analog, I'd imagine, to like fast fall, keep to the ground. That was really good. Maple Treeway no glitch record is by me, 142.959. My day 1 record was with Funky Kong and not Daisy. I had 147.132, so I had the record also 1 year ago. And I lost the record for a bit to Shuto, and then I got it back. I think it was in like March or April. I'll have it written down in the video, as you guys probably see right now. So I remember playing this early last year and it being extremely frustrating with the wigglers and this branch section in general. This track can go down more for sure, but it is so inconsistent, just like 150cc Maple. And I'll probably try to beat this time, honestly, because I know I can beat it. And since I'm not doing the speedrun category anymore, it makes sense for me to do some time trials on 200 on occasion, because they're a lot less rigorous and grinding than the 150cc ones. The times are so good on 150 now that you got to put your heart and soul into it to get a record. But on 200cc, these modded records are, you know, they're CTGP records, and the game's only been out a year and less people care about them, so it makes it like less pressure, you know, to play, and it's just something new as well. So it's fun to try to find the new strats for the levels on 1.5 speed. So I'm curious to see if the next Mario Kart has 200cc. It seems like it's kind of becoming a staple with it being in Mario Kart Tour and Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. So we are almost at the end of this run right here. My goal was always just to get the sub, but watching it again, I can definitely improve this by a decent amount. I don't know if I can get 141, but I can definitely cut to mid 142 for sure. There's no major failures, but this track has a lot of small moments you can improve just watching it. It's still a really shaky run. Grumble Volcano, no shortcut, no ultra shortcut record is 119.728 by Matt. This was actually set yesterday at the time of me recording this video. So this is like the newest record of all these. The day 1 record was 121.330, so quite the cut. Using Daisy, not Funky Kong. I kind of expected to see Funky Kong in this one, to be honest. Okay, let's see what they do. I've played this track so much in my speedruns, so it's funny watching it. It's like, yep, these are the lines. I've done these lines so much. I want to see how it's different though, because obviously the rock cut, the rockless rock cut, is not allowed on this category, because that's considered a shortcut by the community, and this is no shortcut and no ultra shortcut. So he's gonna use the ending strat. And that is allowed because the community considers the rock cut a shortcut because it cuts too much of the track, and because it uses something that should be out of bounds. It's using part of the scenery that you bounce off of. Even though on the 200cc run, you don't even need to use that. You can just fly over the gap, which is pretty funny. So he's probably gonna use this all 3 laps, I'd imagine. Makes sense. This looks very improvable. This track is very bouncy. The more bouncy and inconsistent the track is, the more glitchy it feels in general, and those tracks are always the least optimized. If you look at tracks like Mario Circuit 3 and Luigi Circuit, very simplistic tracks always look like near perfect in records for video games in general. Okay, and... oh, he almost fell in that hole on the side. That would have been devastating. Grumble Volcano no ultra shortcut record is 112.717 by Darren. Day 1 previous record was 115.816, so I'm really curious to see how he cuts 3 seconds. I'm imagining he uses the right side of the rock in order to do so. So this does not skip any key checkpoints, so this is the no ultra shortcut variant. This is another one of those tracks like Coconut Mall that has 3 categories. So the community deems this as a shortcut to give it a separate category. Okay, so he is not using the right side rock cut yet. We'll see though. because I can't imagine he cut 3 seconds without using it. And I was really impressed with how fast he did though. He fast followed the shortcut so he landed quicker, and that's something that could definitely save more time in the speedruns too. It doesn't look too difficult. Yeah, he's kind of fast falling, so he's landing really early. This is a really clean run right now. Near perfection. He doesn't trick off of that first ramp. I would always trick there. I wonder how much it actually saves not tricking. I love the Grumble Volcano off-road, how you're barely affected by it. Favorite off-road in the game by far. And yep, there it is. Oh my gosh, that was so sketchy. That was really cool. Coolest thing we've seen so far, I think. 200cc record on Grumble, 19.960 by Nyake. This is so awesome because Nyake has the world record on 150cc, and he had the world record on 150cc for years and years and years of this game's history, since 2008, since the very beginning. So cool how he actually played 200cc and got this time. The day one record was 21.223, and I'm not surprised that this track is actually slower on 200, because being at full speed 200 is not going to help you at all for something like this, because you're on the bit bike and you're going around a rock. So I could see why it's slower, because the record right now is at 16 seconds on 150cc and we're at 19 seconds on 200cc. So it's one of the few tracks where it's actually not faster. Yeah, that's funny. Dry Ruins record is 117.674 by Defender. Previous record 119.487 by me, and I actually had the record here for like the whole year with 118.6 or something, and he actually beat my time by like a whole second. So props to him, because I watched this run before I started recording this, and he actually implements the wall glitch into it on lap 2, and the wall glitch is really difficult on 200cc. He hits the sand a couple times, so this definitely has room for improvement, but on a track so inconsistent, it's a really impressive run. And the shortcuts he does are near perfection. He gets really low air, he fast falls, he lands, gets the full mini turbo boost. Like I said, he hits the sand a couple times, but he's got some really cool moments like that low trick right there. And this wall glitch is awesome. That is such a time saver. If someone can get that 3 times, this would go down another second or 2. So I think this track can go down to 115, maybe 114, but it'd be really hard because all these strats are not easy. And just doing that double mini turbo right there, oh my gosh. You could so easily get a little air pocket from the first turn sand, and it'd make that impossible. So he plays it really safe lap 3. I'd imagine he was probably really far ahead. He kind of flubs right there, goes way too wide, but he has a good ending. Nice alignment here, and awesome run. 117.6 on Dry Ruins. Moonview Highway 109.888 by Colvin. The previous record was 110.341 by Colvin on day 1, so it went down half a second, and this track didn't see any activity after January for world record improvement, unfortunately. I think it's going to be very similar to how I do the speed run with the boost panel strat, I'd imagine. The mushroom is used on the bridge, one of the few spots in the level where there are no boosters and there's actually a straightaway. There's some safety from the cars there because they're in clear sight. You're not going around these crazy bends having to deal with them. He doesn't trick off the little ledge right there. He gets a little air pocket, but doesn't matter because he's using the mushroom there anyway, so he didn't need that mini turbo. Okay. Beats out the blue car, that's important, and he's gonna go and beat out the red car as well. The mushrooms help you do that, as opposed to the speed runs. And it's going wide. Pretty good, pretty good. That works out nicely. And the mushrooms there really help you navigate that awkward section without having to put multiple wheelies back to back to back with realignment jumps. Okay, yeah, that would be a difficult run to beat because of all the car evasion. Bowser Castle record 130.084 by ADC18. On day 1 previously, this was a 139.231 with the bullet bike. So I'd imagine they're still only doing one glitch because the glitch takes multiple mushrooms. I'm still very curious to watch this. I actually had the record on this briefly because I found a way to pull off the glitch and not go backwards. And my run was complete trash, but I got a 135 and that was the record for like a few days. around like the middle of the year when I made that 5 ultra shortcuts you haven't seen on 200cc video around, I don't remember when I made that video, like September or something. Yeah, so that's when I made that video and I pulled off that run, got that cool strat. I'd imagine they're gonna be doing the same thing. Let's see what they do. Okay, and let's see. Yep, got it, nice. Oh, that was clutch. That was super clutch. Major air, and they are smooth sailing. Let's see how the rest of the run went. Clip the thwomp, minor time loss there. Still got one more lap to go, so he's got another no glitch lap. Bad landing there. I'd imagine he's really nervous at this point because that's an extremely difficult glitch to get. Trust me, I practiced it. I tried to get it just one time for the video, and you know, 9 out of 10 times you go right as you land. But the one time I got to go left, I was like, free record. So I'd imagine he's just like, oh my gosh. So far he's holding it together. That was really wide, but I imagine he was just like, avoid fire pillars at all costs. Didn't want anything embarrassing to happen. So far so good. And nice. So pretty good. Bowser Castle, no shortcut and no ultra shortcut, 142.524 by Mr. Byrne. Day 1 record was 145.801. Now, this does not use the spiral skip, and it does not use the ultra shortcut you just saw in the previous run. However, I'd imagine it is going to use the ending shortcut because that is not considered a glitch by the community because it's not in the 150cc record. It's not possible in 150cc. As we know, who knows, maybe one day someone will find a way to do it. It's possible with rapid fire, but not legitimately. So let's see if he uses it. I did this, he did not. Okay, so maybe this run is completely clean. I'm very curious to see what he's gonna do with his mushrooms. Just using it on the straightaway. Interesting. Okay, so I'm assuming actually that maybe they actually count the ending shortcut as a shortcut for time trials as well. So that might actually not work for this category. It's probably very confusing what I'm saying right now, and I apologize in advance, but like I said, the rules for the categories on time trials for this game are so messy. So messy, but it is what it is. So it looks like that's how it is. So both the spiral skip and the ending shortcut are counted as shortcuts on this category. Neither one work. They will be in the third category, which is the no ultra shortcut record. This is the no shortcut and no ultra shortcut record. So it's actually a really impressive time because this is when I think of when I did the speed runs, like I was always happy with a 145. Oh wait, no, he gets 3 mushrooms. Okay, I was gonna say this is a 142, which is insane, but 3 mushrooms, that makes sense. Yeah, I actually want to play this category after watching this. Bowser's Castle, no ultra shortcut record, 138.360 by Mr. Byrne as well. Okay, so this record I remember didn't even really have I don't think it even had a time that beat the regular no shortcut, no ultra shortcut run. So I don't think there's a previous record for this category. I don't remember covering it last year. So he's going right. Ooh, this is good. And he's doing the spiral skip. Oh, ouch. Is that even faster? He lost so much time there. And he's using the mushroom really early so he can clear everything. Oh, yikes. Okay, this has plenty of room for improvement so far. But he only used 1 mushroom and he got a 33-second lap. So it's still definitely faster than the no shortcut run he had that we just watched. And oh gosh, he did not get the spin drift. I know that feeling. That is the worst feeling when I'm doing the speed runs on this track. Almost hit the giant fireball. He's going for the shortcut again. Let's see how this one looks. This one looks much better. Oh, perfect. Using the mushroom, avoiding the giant spinning fire wheel. And he didn't hit any fire pillars, didn't hit any off-road, but he did hit the giant Bowser head. Oh, that happens a lot though, because if you don't jump and then delay trick, you'll get too much air and you'll bonk off it. Luckily, the speed from the trick will actually bring you back to full speed. Thank gosh. Okay, so he's going for it all 3 laps. Really impressive. I wonder how difficult that is on 200cc. I've not really put any time into that shortcut on 200. And nice. Messy run, but really entertaining. 137.577 by TC Cold with the bullet bike Rainbow Road record. Same time we watched last year. I guess no one wanted to deal with the ultra shortcut because it's probably really ridiculously difficult. So we'll watch it again because it is awesome. It was the most hype moment of the video last year. And let's just enjoy it because this glitch is still not used in the 150cc world record. I believe he does it lap 1, just right at the start, I'd imagine. Definitely the way to go. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this looks. He's going backwards, hitting the boost panel. So awesome. Oh, beautiful. He doesn't even hit the wall. So beautiful. I cannot wait until someone pulls that off on 150cc. It's gonna be the most insane moment in this game's glitch history. That ultra shortcut is... it's one of a kind, man. I love how Lakitu shows up and says you're going backwards. It makes it all the more sketchy. So now we just get to watch him drive with the bullet bike for 2 laps very safely. I don't blame him. If I pulled that off, I'd probably be doing the exact same thing. I wonder if the bullet bike makes it easier because of the drift as opposed to the mock bike. I know that you have to use the spear for its speed. Currently, that's the only way that we know how to get it is with the spear. Moon jumping, nice, nice. That would be interesting though, to see if it's possible with like the Flame Runner or the Sneakster on 150cc. But I'd imagine it's not because it seems like it's just barely possible with the spear as it is. And that vehicle has the best speed stat of all of the inside drifting bikes. So we are almost halfway done with the video. Hope you guys are enjoying so far. Hit the like button if you want me to do this next year because this was a really popular video. It got over 500,000 views, or around 500,000. So that's why I was like definitely doing it again. So probably do it again if you guys want to see it. Rainbow Road record 146.736 by Darren. Previous record was 150.644. And this is quite the cut. I remember it used Diddy Kong before. He's using Daisy. Daisy's the best for the middleweights. Got that speed stat and that mean turbo helps as well. Okay, and they're gonna hit the big ramp. What's he do here? He's probably fast falls. Oh, nice! He's using that shortcut. That's really cool. Using the mushroom there. Oh gosh, I can't imagine how hard it was to complete this run. I'm curious to see if he has any major mistakes. Oh, he's doing this strat too. Oh, this is so impressive. So impressive so far. I imagine he probably didn't want to take the top route there. The other route is faster because you get less air because the ramp on the right is it's lower than the one on the left. So it just gives less air and it's a little faster. He used his mushroom where the moon jump was, and he got the massive boost panel again. Tricking there, going for the shortcut, and he's not using it. So he only used it in the turn before the cannon on lap 1 because I guess he didn't think it's interesting how he did that. Okay, so he's going this way again. I'm fascinated by this run so far. I'm guessing it's just easiest because you're getting the startup boost and it's a free wheelie moon jump on lap 1. It's literally free. On lap 2 and 3, it's not as free, so he wants to make sure he can not do the regular moon jump, which is much slower just by using his mushroom there. He missed it. Okay, so that's the biggest mistake of the run, I'd say. Right there. Oh! He should have died. That was extremely on edge. Wow. Okay, so he is going this way all 3 laps. I guess when you're doing that strat, it's just impossible for you to get over there in time to the left. So that's cool. Okay, awesome run. On to the retros. Peach Beach, no ultra shortcut, record 48.767 by Casey. This is a much more simplistic track, kind of like Moo Meadows and Luigi Circuit, so similarly, not too much of an improvement from the day 1 record, which was 49.247. And it's also using the Flame Runner. This is normally a spear track. We have not seen the spear yet in these world records, but we might see it soon. So let's see how this run goes. Will we see any mistakes, or is it gonna be like a really clean one? Oh, he didn't get the slip drift there. He got it lap 1, but didn't get it on lap 2. He uses 1 mushroom, saving 2. He has 2 mushrooms going into lap 3. So the mushroom strat looks like it's 0, 1, 2, yeah. Is he gonna maybe do the grass shortcut right here? No, he doesn't. Oh, he needs both to get through that insane amount of water. Okay. That was a really nice stick as he got that last Mean Turbo before the Beach Ducks. Peach Beach record 42.701 by King Alex. The record was 49.247. I remember the no glitch and glitch records for this track were practically the same. I might have mixed them up there, but yes, this is a massive improvement. I imagine he's gonna get the glitch twice and not make any errors, because the one last year was almost like, how did he only beat the record by like 0.00, like something milliseconds? Okay, glitch number 1. And King Alex has actually had the record on this track before. He was the first person to ever glitch it, which is really cool to see him have the record on 200cc. And he got it both laps. Awesome. Oh, that one was super clean. And the water current allowed him to not have to go through it on lap 3. He's strategically used his mushroom on lap 2 in order to avoid the water at all costs. Rough ending, but obviously getting that glitch twice is pretty difficult. And we have the spear, 39.028 by Generog. First spear record. This was previously with the Flame Runner, 39.738 on day 1. So it's nice to see a vehicle change. I always like seeing weird vehicles used in these records. So far there hasn't been too many. We saw the Bit Bike obviously on Grumble, but nice to see the spear get some limelight. Cool to see the Bullet Bike as well on Rainbow Road. Okay, so I don't think we'll see any more spear records. I think this is all you guys are gonna get for the spear on 200cc. Spears, it just can't turn well, you know, and it's so important on 200. That's why you see so many mock bike records. I wonder if there's more mock bike records or Flame Runner records. Probably mock bike, but the Flame Runner has been putting up a fight this year. Yeah, really nice run. Almost got the sub. Ghost Valley 2 record 36.126 by question mark. It is important to note that there is no glitch record for this category. There's an ultra shortcut on this level, but it is not currently used in the 200cc record. So even though there is a leaderboard for that time, it's not worth putting in because it doesn't even beat the no shortcut record. So 36.601 was the record last year. They cut like 0.6 in 1 year. And oh, this is smooth. The 150cc Ghost Valley runs are always really awesome to watch too. I like how he uses the mushroom so early and is still able to cut the entire gap. This is a really nice record. Love the slip drifts. Great Mini Turbo release spots. Amazing run. Mario Raceway record 108.939 by Emil P. The day 1 record was 109.914. And I remember when he got this, he actually uses the wheelie shortcut here. Watch, he wheelies off. Yeah, he gets the wheelie, the low air, and is able to skip the entire hill with only 1 mushroom instead of 2. I put that clip on my Twitter, and he got the record with it shortly after. And I remember when he got this, I was like, this ain't getting beaten, because that's a really difficult strategy. And I guess it could get beaten if someone got it multiple times. He had a little flub there where he didn't get his wheelie out in time. 200cc is very bouncy, so it is very common for your wheelies not to come out and for your wheelies to lock as well. So he uses the mushroom in the safe spot lap 2. I believe he does the same thing on lap 3. We'll see. But, oh, he's going for the pipe trick again. Yeah, that was much better than lap 2. So he's not going for it. Yeah, so just once. So the way to improve this time, like significantly, would be to get that crazy wheelie strat all 3 laps. Ooh, he actually got the off-road skip there. It might have been faster for him to use his last mushroom through the sand right here. I'm not sure though. This track's really interesting to me. I wonder if someone will ever get that awesome wheelie strat all 3 laps. Definitely possible to get it twice. Sherbet Land record is 114.484 by Arthur. This is awesome because it's actually a 9-second cut. 123.713 was the previous record on Sherbet. Is he gonna do 1 or 2 glitches? That's what I'm so curious to find out. Okay, there's number 1. We expected that. And the previous record actually used the spear here. Okay, is he gonna go for another one? He's not. So that's where the massive time gain happens. What's funny is this actually barely beats the 150cc record, which is at like 117 or something with 2 glitches. So they're actually able to beat the 150cc record with only 1 glitch because he's on the Magic Cruiser. Because this is a 9-second cut, and we know why. Because 200cc plus the spear on Sherbet Land, no way, you know? So that's crazy to see 9-second cut just from one glitch, but makes sense with the Magic Cruiser. I wonder how hard the glitch is on 200cc. We know it's one of the hardest glitches in the game on 200, one of the hardest ultra shortcuts, and he's having a little bit of a freak out right there. But yeah, so I don't know how difficult it is. I've never tried it on 200. It's cool though how you can get it with just one shroom, landing back on the level. That's the funniest mistake we've seen. That is by far the funniest thing we've seen in this entire video. I can't believe he hit the penguin. Oh my gosh, this can go down so much. Sherbet Land no ultra shortcut record is 125.764 by Royal. The driving on this one should look a lot prettier. The previous record day one was 128.357, so 3-second cut. And oh, he's on Baby Daisy, not Toadette. Interesting. I wonder why. Those two are very similar. I remember Toadette is just like this much faster on 150cc, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Some nice brake drifting, making it look smooth. I don't think we'll see anything too crazy. That was actually a lot of water to cut right there. Oh wow, he's jumping there. You think he would just like do the Toad's Factory strat where you hold the opposite direction over the little crack, because that allows you to get a little extra air while you're airborne, holding the opposite direction. That's how they do the shroomless shortcut on Toad's Factory. That's how you do it. That's how they do whenever they go over the cracks on Sherbet Land on 150cc. They hold the opposite direction. But he's not doing that. He's jumping. That was much better. The one on lap 2 was sketchy. Yeah. Really, really solid. Okay. Any blatant errors? Looking for them. Don't see any so far. Some mini turbos are held a little bit long, and some corners are a little bit wide, but that's expected. Overall, nice to see a 3-second cut on a no glitch time without any new strats. Shy Guy Beach record is 53.462 by Glitch GT. The day one record last year was 55.509 by me, and it did not use the glitch. It wasn't discovered yet. So I actually had the glitch record on this level too. I was the first one to get the record with the glitch, but it's been beaten by a second since then. Glitch GT pushed it down another second from what my time was. So he probably has much cleaner lines on lap 2 and 3. When I got it, it was for the video I did in the middle of the year when I was showing the 5 new shortcuts that I hadn't had in a video yet on 200cc. So he's using Yoshi for the off-road stat, and the reason why he's on the Dolphin Dasher and not the Magic Cruiser, it just has a more favorable hitbox for getting clips. So, you know, the spear is the best for getting clips, but you're not going to be using the spear on Shy Guy Beach. So the best two vehicles are the Dolphin Dasher and the Magic Cruiser for 200cc Shy Guy Beach. I mean, I guess you could maybe try to use the spear. I don't think it's faster on 200 though, but really cool. I love that glitch, and it's so funny that you can clip the umbrella. Oh my gosh. Shy Guy Beach record without the ultra shortcut, 54.670 by King Alex. And like I said, previous record by me, 55.509 1 year ago. And I'm curious to see if he uses any other strats. It's going to be a little faster than what you just saw because this vehicle is better than the Dolphin Dasher on this track. The off-road stat, it's just slightly better than Dolphin Dasher, but it really matters because you're spending half the time in the water. And you even spend more time in the water on this category than you did on the 150cc time back before it was used with the spear. Because on 150cc, the Shy Guy Beach record used to be with the Magic Cruiser way back in the day. Nice to see how he's going for the low trick. That's awesome. That's where he's gaining some time for sure, because I wasn't doing that. And oh, that's so smooth how he's able to release that mini turbo and just miss the tree by like a couple pixels. He's hitting the side of the ramp too. This is a really awesome run. Delfino Square record by me, 123.671. This is the only other record I have in the video. The previous record on day one was 125.897, so this is over a 2-second time cut. It uses the double shortcut all 3 laps with only 1 shroom per lap, as expected. And this track is really hard to play because of that shortcut. Shortcut is scary to get 3 times. I think I have one obvious error in this level. I'm gonna watch it and see. I remember being really happy with it though. You can tell how nerve-wracking that is. And doing that 3 times is just like, ah. The scariest part too is on lap 3, the bridge is up, so your lap is gonna be much worse and you have to get a good landing off the bridge or you can lose a lot of time. So I lost a couple runs to that when I was trying to get this record. I beat it by like 0.2 or something, the previous record. It was not at 125 when I was trying to beat it. It was at like 123.8. So, oh gosh. And the bridge is just coming down, which is so convenient because you save a lot of time when you don't have to go up the bridge, and it just works out really smoothly. 27.6 again, 2 consecutive 27.6s. I think the mistake is right here. I remember having a mistake on this level. Right here, I think I missed the mid turbo. Yeah, there we go. But I had good alignment to set me up for this, and I remember having a nice shortcut lap 3. Really good shortcut lap 3. Yeah. And then I jump right before entering the upward booster section, so I don't bounce up it. If I bounce up it, you lose a lot of time. So that's why I jump right beforehand. Really good landing. Really happy with that run. Waluigi Stadium record 112.404 by King Alex. I know what he's gonna do because I was actually shown this in a video after I released that shortcut video I've talked about a few times so far, the 5 new 200cc shortcuts, because I showed a variant of the Waluigi Stadium glitch that is now obsolete. And you will see what he's going to do in a moment. It is awesome. It's gonna probably be, yeah, it's gonna be on this lap right here. So check this out, guys. This is awesome. He's bouncing off the sign, using a mushroom midair, and landing all the way where the mechanical piranhas are. He is cutting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns of the level. What is this lap? This lap is 16 seconds. And he could have bounced off the sign with his remaining mushroom and done the sign shortcut and landed right here, but he didn't want to risk it. It makes sense. If you pull that thing off, you don't want to go for the other shortcut, because that's what the previous shortcut was for this level. Previous glitch was bouncing off the sign and skipping the first couple corners. So both of those shortcuts do not work on 150cc. However, there is a ultra shortcut on this level on 150cc, and we're gonna see it used eventually in a world record on 150. Waluigi Stadium no ultra shortcut record is 121.467, also by King Alex. Previous record was 124.556, so quite a few seconds cut off this one. They're going to the side to avoid the airtime, and also going to the side here, just like I do in the speedrun strats. Quick trick, standard mushroom usage, and let's see how his zipper goes. Oh, that was really clean. That is much better than how I do it in the speedruns. A little risky, but it's a time trial, so you gotta take all the risks you can. Is he gonna go to the side again? He is. He's going to the side. Ooh, really nice. It's one of the most inconsistent tracks in the game. I'm curious to see if he has any blatant errors that are apparent. That was a little bit messy, but not bad for 200cc. These records are never going to reach the optimization of the 150cc records because, number one, they're so fast, it's harder to optimize them, and number two, not many people will play them compared to 150. Good recovery there. He almost lost the run. Really nice recovery. Oh, he got up that much quicker than lap 2. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Really strong ending. What's he do at the very end here? He, standard, just tricks and lands. Okay, cool. Awesome run. Desert Hills record 104.552 by Jello Puff. Previous record was 105.852 on this level on day 1. And they are not using the lake skip because you need your mushrooms to skip all the hills. It's a better shortcut. So the lake skip shortcut is obsolete. So there's not 2 categories for this run. There's just one. Maybe one day someone will find a way to make both work because No, I don't think so. I think it's just slower. I think it's just straight up slower. It's faster on 150cc because you can't skip all the hills like you can on 200. So this one uses the Flame Runner, and yeah, it skips all the hills. It's broken. So this level used to use the Spear on 150cc, but it actually uses the Flame Runner now, to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure it uses the Flame Runner. And not much more to say about it. He's getting one trick off the ramps, not too fast falling, good landings, and really good shortcuts. He's wheeling off that mound, that dirt mound, and allowing himself to skip the mushroom, to skip all of it with one mushroom, which is so convenient. Bowser Castle 3 record 125.010 by Oprah Winfrey with Birdo. Previous record on day 1 was 127.053, 2-second cut. I don't know why they're using Birdo. I'm intrigued. Ooh, really nice first corner. Is he gonna be doing the larger shortcut or just the regular cut? Let's see. Low trick, low trick, low trick. Nice. Oh, and he's not even fully coming to a stop. He's like drifting into it. And then he's slowing down. Never fully stopped at any moment, pulling off the shortcut. I'd imagine this run's gonna look very consistent. He's not using the Ultra, the BC3 Ultra, that's what it's called, even though it's not technically an Ultra shortcut. Some of the Mario Kart Wii terminology is a little confusing for sure. Like, people call the Dry Dry Ruins cut an Ultra shortcut, or they call it the DDR Ultra, even though they don't call it the Ultra shortcut, they call it the Ultra, which is funny though, because the term Ultra shortcut that's been coined over the last few years means skipping a key checkpoint. So this shortcut does not skip a key checkpoint, and neither does the Ultra on this level. So really smooth run. He went a little bit wide there. That's probably the biggest mistake I've seen so far. He was able to beat out the thwomp, and he did a really good job of getting the low tricks. That's very difficult. There's a lot of inputs there in a short amount of time. 2 low tricks, 1 neutral hop without a trick, and then he's drifting to the left off the last ramp so he can get that awesome alignment and turn into the shortcut and lose barely any time. BC3 no shortcut record 134.332 by Shuto. Previous record was 136.823, and I had the record here briefly. I think I had a 135. I'm tempted to try this one again because BC3 without the shortcut is really fun. However, the low tricks can be a pain. I'm curious to see if he gets all of them. I'm guessing he misses at least one. Let's see. 3, misses the 4th one, or doesn't go for it on purpose. It actually is very easy to clear the 4th jump on 200. 150cc, that is not the case. It's a little bit risky. Okay. Looks good. Let's see how lap 2 and 3 go. Because missing a low trick makes you lose over 0.2. So it's quite a bit of a time loss for the no shortcut category, which is supposed to be the more consistent of the two. The Birdo player did an amazing job of not missing any of them and having those really clean, quick shortcuts. Like, that run was super smooth. I think it's hilarious how he used Birdo. Yeah, Shuto used that mushroom super quick to fix his alignment because the mushroom, you know, you could just use it so much earlier than on 150. It goes forever on 200. It's not really that it goes forever, it just feels like it goes forever because you're going so fast. Almost grazed the corner of that thwomp, and this is actually a really, really good run. It's just the very first lap where he missed that low trick. By far the biggest mistake in the run. And yeah, you can easily go over the square holes at the end, unlike 150cc where you can't risk it, you'll fall off. DK Jungle Parkway record 138.943 by GT Boss with the Dolphin Dasher. Okay. Previous record was 142.015. However, they did not use the Ultra shortcut. So there was just one category for this track last year. I knew someone would get it. So shouts to GT Boss for getting it. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So he actually bypassed the invisible wall. He did it the way we thought the Ultra shortcut would eventually be done. That's so funny. That's like the old method. When people were trying to break the course before they figured out that the finish line had a horizontal wall that allowed you to bypass the invisible wall to shoot down into the cave. He's using the Dolphin Dasher. That's so funny. I kind of want to try this. Then again, I should probably try the I should probably try the regular 150cc Parkway glitch first. I've never even really tried that one before. So he did the little mini shortcut after the cannon, which was nice to see. I implemented that in the speedruns a while back, and it became standard, and it's a really cool little shortcut. You can use all 3 laps shroomless. He has to do a lot of brake drifting, you can tell, because he's going around these corners extremely slow, because it's a Dolphin Dasher, it doesn't have good drift. And yeah, he's brake drifting like crazy. He's going pretty wide, but he doesn't have a choice, so. Still actually a pretty good run. It's just funny that he missed the startup boost after he landed from the respawn point of the glitch. So, you know, the strategy for this one would obviously be if you can't do it in any way except having to respawn, the strategy 100% would be to use 2 mushrooms on lap 1 and then do the glitch on lap 2. But that would be so time consuming because you'd have to drive a whole lap just to attempt the glitch once, and it's a really hard glitch. DK Jungle Parkway new ultra shortcut record is 141.894 by Cyber Demon. Previous record was 142.015 after day 1, like I said before, so this one barely went down at all, similar to Luigi Circuit, Peach Beach, Moo Meadows. Very minor improvements. So let's see how the run looks. That was smooth. I loved how he hugged the inside of it right before the railing, and gotta love that mushroom usage. He's not even doing the little mini shortcut, which is surprising. I don't know if that's the best shroom spot. I really don't. This is an old run. This is from like March or something. So, ooh, that was wide. Okay, this one has a lot of room for improvement. The beginning of the lap was the best part by far. Like, he does this part really well. The way he hugs that, lap 1 and 2, it was stellar. Maybe that is the best strategy. I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced though. I think there's a better way to play this course. A faster strategy. There's got to be something faster than that. Because if you charge the drift around the corner after the cannon, then you can go a little bit wide. He just used his mushroom at a really weird spot. Okay. What's he gonna do lap 3? This run is weird. This is one of the weirdest ones so far. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my gosh, he's so good at that corner. It's a work of art. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Go this way, and then, yeah, you can do the little mini shortcut I do in the speed runs and cut like 0.3, 0.4. He doesn't go for it though. Yeah, weird run. One of the weirdest runs so far. That mushroom, honestly, just looked like it was a panic mushroom, you know? He's doing this turn wrong too. He's jumping as he's exiting the bridge. He's getting a lot of air and taking the turn wide. He should be jumping a little earlier and then brake drifting. GCN Mario Circuit record is 106.550 by Darren. Day 1 record was 108.418, so it's pretty crazy to see almost 2 seconds cut on a track that's short and not too much room for strat improvements. Pretty simplistic. What's he gonna do? Oh yes, oh that's a great mushroom usage. Using it really early like that, and then having himself purposely clip the grass at the end to slow himself down. That's awesome. That is where the time cut came. Gets the low trick. Is he gonna get the low trick all 3 laps? I'm curious to see how his shortcuts look every single lap. This track is a disaster on 150cc. The people who play it always say, like Envid would tell me, how dealing with the low tricks, the slip drifts, the shortcut shroom, the air you have to get off the railing on 150cc going into the shortcut, which you don't have to deal with on 200, all of that just makes this track a nightmare. I'd imagine drifting into this corner right here on the right, hitting that bit of grass is a little bit inconsistent. I'd imagine sometimes you kind of shoot up and get air, and then it's just a disaster. So pretty cool how he got that 3 for 3. Some of the turns are wide, some of the mini turbos are released. Yeah, hit the grass there, but oh! How did he not hit that piranha? He went right through it. Mario Circuit 3 record, 54.713 by Emil P. And the day 1 record was 55.245. So for a track like we talked about before that's really simplistic, this actually went down a lot in a year. Let's see if he does anything out of the ordinary. I'm curious to see where he uses his mushroom. So we hit a very minimal amount of off-road there, and oh, that is really genius. He does the 150cc shroom spot and manages, because he's so wide, he transitions it into a little pipe shortcut, a little off-road shortcut. Okay, he took that maybe a little wider than he wanted, but this is cool. Yeah, that's like very, very smart, and I think that's so much better than using it through the hole at the end. The Nintendo shortcut, the one that they want you to use the mushroom at, like, because I didn't think this shortcut had any utility at all on 200cc, but that's a really clever way to make it work. Awesome run. Peach Garden's record 122.575 by Casey. Previous record was 123.358 on this track on day one. We are almost at the end, folks. Thank you for joining me for this extremely long video. I think I pretty much know the strats down for this one. I don't expect to see anything new because there's such an obvious, blatant shroom spot on this level with the flower patch. Unfortunately, the really cool ramp shortcuts this level has that I've shown in my 200cc shortcut compilations are deemed irrelevant. Bums me out a bit because this shortcut is, you know, it's boring. Everybody knows it. Everyone bags for mushrooms to do that shortcut. This actually looks like a really fun track to play on time trials though, because I really enjoy it in the speedruns. It is using Funky Kong here, as opposed to Daisy. That was an amazingly beautiful 5 consecutive slip drift section. That was beautiful to watch. I want to see that again. I hope he does it again lap 3. It just works so fluidly. It looked like this track was made for 200cc right there, you know? This is fun to watch because the 150cc world records, they use automatic. And I don't really care for automatic. You know, I never use automatic. The run's funny, but it just doesn't interest me. Like, this is awesome to watch. I think this is much more entertaining. And didn't get his wheelie at the end, didn't get his able to charge the drift off these stairs. He had to release it after. DK Mountain record 138.277 by Spitfire. Previous record was 145.571. There was only one category for this track. No one had a time with the glitch, but this will be doing the glitch all 3 laps, I'd imagine. Let's see how it goes. I'm really curious to watch this one because I had a lot of history doing the GCN DK Mountain glitch in 150cc. Had the world record there multiple times, way back in the day. Okay, so it wasn't the prettiest start, but this is all that matters, man. How are his recoveries? First one looked good. Okay, he's going up that hill. Not bad. And he used the mushroom on the bridge, which is really nice because the bridge was such a disaster on 150cc, and you had to use your mushroom in order to do the shortcut. You had to through the wall shortcut because doing it shroomless is just not really possible humanly. Maybe it is, but I don't think we'll ever see it in a run. He did not get the wheelie off the wooden ramp there, so he lost some time for sure. This run is definitely weak, but I'm guessing he's gonna 3 for 3 it, and that's awesome. That's really epic. Oh my gosh, that turn is so difficult. I think it might be better to brake drift it and take it a little tighter instead of going up the side like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my prediction. I'd say slow down a bit, brake drift it, cut it a little more inside. And he did this turn much better lap 2 and 3. There you go. So he got the turn correctly and he got the wheelie. Lap 3 looked much better than lap 1 and 2. And 3 for 3. Awesome. And yeah, that's how I did it in my shortcut montage on my second one. On my first one, I just did the shortcut the other way, but it's much faster to go up the side. DK Mountain no shortcut record 140.908 by King Alex. And like I said before, the day 1 record was 145.571 by... The record before was 145.571. Like I said before, there was no dual categories last year. And this will be fun to see how he navigates the U-turn section, because it's always one of the most stressful parts when I do the 200cc speedruns. Wow, he did a really good job of releasing that main turbo extremely early and not having to deal with the potential of releasing it too late and tricking off the wooden ramp, which I've done way too many times in the speedruns. It's so frustrating. And he's going up the side. Oh, is that actually easy to do? If it is, I should be doing that. That was nice. That's the old school 2008 method of the shortcut. I love that. Is he gonna do it that way all 3 laps? I'm so curious. Gotta love this cannon. It's the longest cannon in the game. And in Double Dash, it's even longer. It's actually much shorter in Mario Kart Wii. Double Dash, you're in there forever. Okay. Oh, that boulder. What's he gonna do here? Yeah, he's making it work. He's brake drifting. That was awesome. This track stresses me out just watching it. Like, playing it is one thing. It's much worse, but watching it's still a little stressful because it's just like, oh, there's no way he's gonna make that corner. And then you're like, oh, he made it. So far, it's a really clean run. I don't know if that's the fastest way to do that section. Like, I'm not entirely convinced it is. But he did a good job regardless. Like right here. Like, it's weird to me how he's going up the side like this. But it's probably faster, you know, he's probably tested both methods, I'd imagine. Awesome run. Good stuff. N64 Bowser's Castle record 136.925 by DT Boss. He's the glitch master of the 200cc records. There was no ultra shortcut time on this category, so the previous record was 146.261. And you guys are gonna love this. Ooh, is he not doing it on lap 1? He's just going through the level normally? He's gonna do the glitch on lap 2? I am perplexed right now. I am so confused. I guess it makes sense though, because he wants to actually use his mushrooms in meaningful positions instead of just wasting them, like what would happen if he did it on lap 1. Some of you right now probably have not seen this ultra shortcut that you're about to see. So here's the regular cut. That's just a regular shortcut. And he still hasn't used the new mushrooms. He's taking some really sus lines. But I am entertained. What is he gonna do? Why is he holding 3 mushrooms? Why is he waiting till lap 3 to do this glitch? I'm starting to think that this run might have been him. No, never mind. I was gonna say maybe he's just doing a no glitch run and then it just was a bad run and he went for the glitch. Or the ultra shortcut. He released that Mii Turbo too early again. He's releasing that Mii Turbo way too early. That's funny. And here we go. Okay, he's slowing down. And he's going for it. And he got it! As expected. Now, I am so confused. Why did he not just do that lap 1? Why did he wait till lap 3 to do the shortcut? It would have made sense if he had to, like, if it only took 2 mushrooms to do the shortcut, and he was just, like, using 1 on lap 1, you know, so it didn't get wasted, and using the glitch on lap 2, but what the heck? That was weird. And the last run of the day, N64 Bowser's Castle, no ultra shortcut, 145.341 by Emil P. Longest track in the game, and the record a year ago was 146.261, which is actually pretty impressive for such a long course. On day 1, there was a record that good, 146. So let's see, he uses the mushroom in the old school spot where the bush hedges are, and he's gonna do the shortcut at the end trimless. This will be much cleaner than the last run. The last run was definitely an eyesore, but it's really cool to see him make the glitch. I want to try that category. Then again, doing clip glitches is really, really grindy because you only make them every once in a while, then you have one try to get a good run, you know? And there's so much pressure on that one try. Trust me, I've gotten world records before with clip glitches on 150cc, and it is so stressful after you make it to drive. It's like, oh my God, you know, especially when you don't time trial much like me, it just adds that extra stress. I guarantee the top time trialers for 150cc probably are used to getting a lot of world records. The people who are really good at glitches, like Justin and Breakson and Bryce, those guys, like I'd imagine they don't have too many nerves anymore because they have gotten so many glitch world records and have a lot of time trial experience. Okay, oh, he cut a lot there. That was really good. And 35.000 flat. This is a really solid run. I haven't seen any error so far. I've been like half paying attention because I was talking about the 150cc glitches, but you know, it's a little safe, but for a run that's so long, like you'd expect to see at least something that was like notable, but it's really, really clean. So this is gonna wrap things up for the 200cc year 1 world records on time trials. Thank you, Mr. Bean, again for CTGP and just the whole entire thing. 200cc is incredible. I love it so much. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to Mr. Bean, and we might do this again after year 2. So thank you for watching. Enjoy Funky Kong dancing as always, and peace.